I just helped an organization hire a COO, and we had a very thorough brief about what this CEO needs to be able to do and the qualifications and all of that. And we met a candidate who was like so outside the spec, but so perfect. But we kept looking because we were like, she's so outside the spec. And she ended up being the person that was hired because she was transformative. But I thought if this were an AI algorithm that she had to get through, she wouldn't have been interviewed because she was like so overqualified and had all these other things. And so I think it's this combination of maybe generative AI will get to the point that they could do what we did with this. But anyway, for me, it was a really great example of you really do have to have both. So are you at Wipro? I mean, you must have a big transformation effort underway, probably for some time now, in order to support this new transformational technology.
So AI is nothing new, right? We've been working on machine learning as long as I can remember, even back 10 years. And it's now really, with Gen AI, is just sped up and really made it available to everyone, this word democratization. And I think about over 2 years ago, maybe it's almost 3 at this point, that we recognized this, need to really invest in AI. And we announced our $1 billion investment in AI. But really a key part of that was how do we upskill and future-proof our workforce? And we asked everyone at Wipro, all 250,000 or 25,000 of our people, to get trained in the basics of AI. So basic AI training plus responsibility governance, how to protect your client data, how to make sure that you're using it in a responsible way. And we created platforms internally for users and all of our associates to use it, leverage it, test it, experience it. We're all active users of Copilot. So we have fully embraced, and of our talent, over 50,000 of them have gone on to much more advanced AI training. And that doesn't just include the coders. Those are the business analysts. Those are the consultants. Those are the data practitioners. And I think that's what's really a testament to this is a business transformation, not just a technology one. And I truly believe that's critical for us to be successful. We are also implementing Gen AI throughout our organization. We leveraged it for HR. We developed a cognitive HR agent that can answer any questions around everything around policies, procedures, and HR internally at Wipro. We've answered over 8 million queries at this point through the agent at greater than 90% accuracy. I think it's over 95% now, which is fantastic. So you can quickly get your answers, rather than picking up the phone or sending emails, waiting for a response. And it's examples like that where we're using AI that have really made us rethink, who plays what role and who does what work. And taking maybe some of those tasks that people know an agent can do or a cognitive agent can do and let them focus on things that are really interesting and transformative. And that's what gets me interested and excited.
Yeah, it probably gets your employees interested and excited as well. Once they get over this curve of, the change curve, how is this going to impact me, particularly in a negative way, right? But to have a win where you can show it impacts in a positive way. Can you give an example or two of how you're using AI or AI-driven tools in a new way with clients?
Yeah, so we're doing a lot of really interesting work. One that I'm excited about, I've been talking to a lot of clients, is around wealth management. So we've really worked to develop I'll call it also very much a cognitive agent or an FA's assistant that is able to bring together data across a wide spectrum of data sources, both internal and external, create kind of a neural network of connections so that a financial advisor can be more specific about the things they recommend, the areas of interest of their client, who they're connected to, where their other investments may be, and can be more proactive in offering good financial guidance and advice. And we've implemented that at one wealth management firm in their partnership, and we've been taking that to a number of other firms. And it truly is game changing in terms of making a financial advisor smarter and more efficient in terms of the work they do and in managing the money and investments and the retirement of their clients. So that's one area I'm really excited. Simple things that seem simple, but really game changing. In the utilities industry, we combined robotics and AI to help assess the health and quality of water pipelines to
Sure.
see if there's any chance of damage or future damage. And are they eroding? And the robots are able to go in there where a human would normally need to look or use a camera, right, with some long fishing, to go see what's going on. And we're able to bring that together with analytics to really understand, what does that data show, that visual data? Does it demonstrate that there's corrosion or other issues going on? And bringing those things together, we wouldn't have been able to do that before. And that's really bringing kind of AI analytics, the visualization, and the robotics together. So it's new ways of performing activities in business that truly are transformative. That gets me excited around the kind of work we're doing at Wipro.